You're too weak.
No shot?
That was pathetic.
Whoa, okay, so what was all that about? Well, what you just heard wasn't just some random trash talk. It was actually a perfectly engineered piece of drama. And today, we're going to decode the verbal formula that turns a simple contest into a viral sensation.
So where did all those quotes come from? Believe it or not, all from a single source, a Mr. Beast video, where a bunch of streamers get together to see who's the strongest. Sounds simple, right? But this is a format that has pulled in millions and millions of views. So what's the secret? Yeah, at first glance, it's just about who can lift the heaviest thing or, hold on the longest. It's a really simple, clean, easy to understand physical challenge. But you gotta ask, is that really all that's going on here? Is it just a competition? Or are we actually watching a meticulously crafted piece of entertainment where every single word is chosen to squeeze out the maximum amount of drama? Well, that's the question we're digging into today. And to figure this out, we're going to break it down into three key elements. Let's call them the 3 pillars of drama. This is the simple, repeatable formula that's kind of hiding in plain sight, turning these basic challenges into compelling stories using nothing more than a few choice words. Okay, first up, the antagonist. Every good story needs a villain. And in this context, we're not talking about some mustache-twirling evil genius. It's about creating a character, even for just a moment, that the audience can kind of root against. It's all about creating conflict, basically out of thin air.
Just look at how simple this is. This guy's dumb. It's not some complex, witty insult. It's a blunt schoolyard taunt. But in the middle of a competition, it instantly sets one person up as the overconfident foil.
And of course, the response is just as simple and just as effective. Yo, shut up. This isn't a debate, right? It's a direct confrontation. And just like that, you've got a protagonist versus antagonist dynamic that we're all just naturally drawn to. And this just cranks it up a notch. That was pathetic. It's a personal judgment. It's a taunt that makes the whole conflict feel way more real, way more intense. So with just 3 simple phrases, boom, we have our heroes and our villains. All right, so once you have that conflict, you've got to make the outcome feel like it actually matters. And that brings us to the second pillar, the stakes. This is all about introducing doubt and pressure, making everyone, especially you, the viewer, feel like success is just hanging by a thread. A phrase like, "there's no shot," that's pure psychological warfare. It's a verbal bet against the competitor. It's not just saying, oh, this is going to be hard. It's saying, this is impossible. And that immediately raises the stakes. You're left wondering, can they actually defy the odds?
And this one's even more direct. You can't do it. It's a prediction of failure, said right out loud. For us watching at home, this manufactures incredible suspense. We are now totally primed to see if this prediction comes true, or if it's going to be gloriously proven wrong. And here, the doubt just gets hammered home. Even while the person is trying, this comment suggests the goal is impossibly far away. So the takeaway here is that the challenge isn't just physical anymore. Now it's a battle against all this vocalized doubt. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, the audience. And honestly, this might be the most clever part of the whole thing. The creators don't just hope you feel invested, they literally show you how to feel. They model the exact emotional response they want you to have. Just listen to that. Oh gosh. It's a simple, universal expression of anxiety, of anticipation. When an onlooker in the video says this, they're basically giving you at home permission to feel that same nervous energy. It's like an emotional cue. And this is maybe the most obvious example. Oh God, I'm scared. Come on, the video's literally telling you what the appropriate emotional reaction is. It creates this shared experience, making you feel like you're right there in the room, holding your breath with everyone else. So we've seen the how, we've got the 3 pillars, but why is this simple formula so unbelievably effective? Why is it so hard for us to look away? Well, the answer lies in some pretty basic human psychology. Think of it like an engagement funnel. First, you create conflict with an antagonist, then you raise the stakes by introducing doubt, and finally, you guide the emotional response. Each step logically and powerfully pulls you deeper and deeper in. It basically guarantees you're going to stay engaged.
At the end of the day, this whole method works because it taps into the very core of what makes stories so compelling for us. We are just hardwired to pay attention to conflict, to feel suspense when things are uncertain, and to absolutely crave the satisfaction of a resolution. This formula delivers all three, triggering a little dopamine hit in our brains when we see the underdog win or the villain lose. It's like a psychological shortcut to getting us invested. So once you know this formula exists, you can't really unsee it. And it makes you zoom out and ask a much bigger question about the content we're all consuming every single day, now that we've seen how easy it is to manufacture this drama. So let's just do a quick recap of what we're calling the Mr. Beast method. The key insight is that you can cook up viral content with these simple verbal tactics. You create an antagonist to build conflict, you introduce doubt to raise the stakes, and then you guide the audience's emotional journey. And the results? It's a psychological loop that pretty much guarantees maximum engagement every single time. And that's what I want to leave you with. This isn't just about one video, right? It's about a whole style of content creation that absolutely dominates our feeds. So the question is this: when our entertainment is this perfectly engineered for drama, how much of what we're watching is a real competition, and how much is just a really, really good performance?